Dude, this reminds me, sorry, just secret meetings. It reminds me of a time in my life. I was 21 years old, 22 years old, working at Twitch, first real job, first big boy job. And the CEO comes up in front of the whole company and said, not Dan Clancy. This is pre-Dan Clancy. This is Bowtie Emmett Shear. Shear stands up in front of the company and goes, "We have a mission. We are going to get Twitch big in China. We are going to get through the firewall. We are going to make Twitch a big platform in China." Okay? I'm 22. I don't know shit about shit. I'm like, that sounds great. Sounds awesome. There's so many Chinese internet users. This is huge for the company. And he's like, to do that, we're going to create a war room where the top executives are going to be working around the clock to figure out this problem. And so in Twitch, they have these huge glass meeting rooms. Some of them are entirely glass squares. You walk the hallways on either side. You can see, it's like everything's glass. You can see what's going on. To keep it secret, they took black construction paper and they plastered it over all of the glass to make the entire room secret. It was like top secret, okay? They paint floor to ceiling, huge floor to ceiling, all black, blocked out. And so every time you come into the office, you would walk past this dark, secret, blocked out room and always see the top chief executives go in and out of that room. And I was like, damn, they are fucking taking this seriously. The China war room. And I thought it was cool. I remember thinking this is so fucking cool, dude. It's like, I want to see what's going on in there, what the secret plan is. It's like, holy shit, what are they going to do? Anyway, long story short, it turns out the CEO was lying to us. And that the China war room was actually a cover for selling the company to Amazon. And that whole meeting room was the war room planning for the Amazon sale. And that's why all the executives are going in and out. They did try to do the China thing, but it wasn't secret. Now I look back and it's like, it makes no sense to have that room be top secret. If it's for the China, it's not that big a deal. It's just trying to grow in the country. I don't know why I believed it, but they did try the China thing. They failed miserably. There are 3 platforms in China who are all individually bigger than Twitch. I was the first employee not in that senior executive room to know the truth about the Amazon acquisition. I was the first one to know because I lived at the office and I never left because I didn't want to go home. All I wanted to do was play video games and eat peanut butter from the kitchen. And so I would stay late in the break room and play video games and play Smash Melee and set up streams and do little streams and everything. I was a DJ. And so I, one night, streamed a in-house Melee tournament of all the Twitch staff that played Melee. I streamed it, not even on my channel, on the Twitch Melee channel or whatever. When I finally went home, I forgot to turn the stream off. I forgot to turn the stream off. So it's streaming to 0 viewers. I mean, nobody watched us. It's streaming to 0 viewers, but it's live in the break room. Then 2 fucking executives, 2 Amazon executives and a Twitch executive walked into the break room just after a late night meeting in the war room and we're shooting the shit and they start talking about it. So I had an insider fucking spy cam of a major acquisition, a major corporate acquisition. Yeah. So the next day, a friend of mine goes, "Hey, you left the stream on all night." And I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy." And I was the second person to know because he goes, "Hey, I think you should delete the VOD." I think you should delete the VOD. He's like, don't look at it, just delete it. That's what he told me. But the tone that he said it with was like, all right, sure. But then I was like, I'm gonna look at it. So I insta-private it and then I watched the whole thing. I click through it until I see what he's talking about. And I'm like, oh, wait, I was in the middle of the story. So anyway, I go back and I watch this tape and I see that Twitch is getting acquired by Amazon. And of course I have no way to act on that. No, what is that? Think about, even if you knew that information ahead of time, how could you make any money? Twitch is a private company and it's not going to affect Amazon stock price. It's not big enough. Buy stock. You can't buy Twitch stock, and buying Amazon stock is probably a dumb idea. I mean, it was a smart idea if you just thought Amazon would go up, but it's not It's not going to be affected by buying Twitch. So there's nothing you can do with that information. Trade coworker stocks for cash. If I approached one of my coworkers and said, hey, can I buy your shares? I think they'd be really suspicious. And then if, 2 weeks later, an Amazon acquisition gets announced, I think they would fucking bring it up to management. I think I would get investigated and fired. So I don't think that's a good idea. After the Amazon acquisition, because they had a big announcement, all hands meeting. Amazon's buying us. We're selling to Amazon. Everyone's happy. The mood at the office was exuberant because everyone with shares was now getting 1-to-1 Amazon shares. Every Twitch share went to Amazon shares 1-to-1. So if you had, 2,000 Twitch shares, you got 2,000 Amazon shares, which is like incredible. We didn't even know how incredible because ever since then, Amazon stock went to the moon. This is when the acquisition was. This is like when you got all the Amazon shares. Anyway, everyone's happy. Everyone was drinking at the office. It was a very lax culture back then. Everyone was drinking. It was a good vibe. And what they did was they walked around to everybody's desk and they put this blue folder on your desk that had the amount of shares you were getting. It shows you basically what cut of the $1 billion buyout was going to you. And I was given the wrong folder. I was given the folder of my friend Golf. They just fucking messed it up. And Golf is like one of the greatest engineers at Twitch. He was considered they call him like the code reaper or something, because he would take your fucking shitty code and reduce it by 90% and make it still functional and fluid. He was like, Golf was a true ultimate engineer. He slept on a cot in someone's basement for like 8 years to save money and then just outright bought a full place in San Francisco. Anyway, I got Golf's. So I open it up and it says like, you're getting like $2.2 million or something. Yeah, there's like a random number, okay? I'm not doxing his fucking net worth, but imagine it's a lot of money, okay? And by the way, that's a lot of money and it's in shares at the valuation here, this valuation. But I'm looking at this document and I'm like, this is not right. I'm like a brand new, marketing hire. I'm not, this is not right. And sure enough, I look at the top and it says Golf on it. And I'm like, oh, this is a mistake. So I quietly go to Golf's desk and I switch them out and look at mine, which by the way, mine was, I think, very generous for a little dipshit out of ASU doing marketing. But after seeing Golf's, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, yeah, it's fine. Which actually might have contributed to me not selling it. It actually may have been a good thing because I think a lot of people got, starry eyes and they sold it all instantly and like took the money. I was like, whatever. I don't need this. And I fucking, and so I just kept it and it ended up being worth a lot.